It's been like 10 minutes in the polytunnel and I've lost the trial. Well, yep. Say no more. Say no more. Good morning. Welcome back to Forage and Faff, and welcome back to the polytunnel. A few other jobs I've kind of got on my list, and one of them is strawberry runners. So I've picked out a few strawberry runners that I'm going to plant up in wool pots. These are great wee things. And then hopefully I'll have a few extra ones. Well, actually a few extra, there's hundreds of them. I need to nearly pull them out like weeds, but I have a few good strong ones ready to plant on somewhere else then come late spring, early summer. So strawberry runners, if you're wondering what the heck I'm talking about, when you have your strawberry plants the first year, they'll grow big long tendrils like this, and each of those grows somewhere, finds a wee spot, digs itself in, and then grows a new plant. They kind of do become a bit of a pain in the rear, so you need to thin them out every year. So I thinned a good lot of mine, but because in the polytunnel it makes everything a bit milder, they kept coming. So I just let them grow in the wood chip, and then now when it comes to spring, summer, I pull out the strong ones and pot them up. So you can see there's loads of runners, and there's like another little plant starting, and that'll connect to another one. But if you just pull it, as long as you have a good root, so if I have a hook in here, here's a big strong one. Oh, so that is, there's two runners actually growing side by side. This one's got a good root, really established, and then you just pull the rest, and that'll be a full strawberry plant in a couple of months. Well, 3 or 4 months. Now, wool pots are a kind of recent thing I've discovered, sort of last summer. Fantastic. So we are on a sheep farm, so obviously very like enthusiastic about anything that uses wool. They're amazing wee things. They are like kind of a no-brainer once I realised they existed. So you pop them on a wee plastic pot just to kind of make them easier worked with. Fill them up with compost, and you could put anything in these. Seeds, you could put things you're propagating, you could put anything at all, but I find them really handy for strawberry runners. So I'll start with this one, pop our strawberry runner in, and then do it like this and just top it up in around the edges. So a few of the really fab things to do, they obviously save you plastic, no plastic. They break down and act as a fertiliser. So if I could leave this sitting for a few months like this, water them, they hold the water really well so your plants don't dry out as quick. And then whenever you're ready to plant this into a pot or into a flower bed or into the ground, whatever you have in it, you just plot the whole thing in. You don't have to dig out a pot, it doesn't get root bound, and then this decomposes and kind of acts like a fertiliser. Also keeps the slugs off a lot more because the slugs don't like the texture. There's so many positives, so they're super handy, and you should go and check them out if you're looking for things to propagate in or sow seeds in, and save a bit of this rubbish. Though I always keep these and use them again rather than just throwing them straight into the bin, but they only last so long and then they break and go into nothing. So wool pots for the win. Check them out. And they look small when you get them and you think, I'm not going to get anything in this, but they're really stretchy. You can really fill them up. Where did I put the rest? Here they are. And these are some I used last year. Now they've got a hole in them, but it's fine. They'll still work. I think I must have propagated something in them, and then I've got 2 seasons out of them. So the way they're runners, that means you've always got 2 plants attached. So just somewhere in the middle, snip her off. You can see it's kind of dead looking, but there's another bud was going to start there in the middle, so that would have been 3 plants, but we don't need 3. 2. These will do. Strawberries are probably about the easiest thing you can grow. They're really hardy. They just kind of disappear after summer, and then if you thin them out, you get nice, good, strong strawberry plants the next year, and that's about all you have to do. I'll water them a wee bit, but they're pretty foolproof. So if you're going to start anywhere, strawberries, I mean, they're also probably the tastiest thing you could grow, in my opinion. There's nothing like a homegrown strawberry too. They always taste better than a shop bought one. Plus, if you buy one strawberry plant, next year you'll have at least 3. So they're very good that way. You're kind of getting free plants. Another one. We'll maybe snip that one. There's another one starting. Honestly, they grew like weeds. So I've just pulled out the stronger runners. I'll leave the other ones for a week or 2 yet and let it warm up a wee bit in here. But these are just for a few nice early ones. I'm actually going to Cohen & Co Markets, which is a really fab seasonal market run by an interior design business called Cohen & Co. So I'm going to their spring market, and I'm going to bring strawberry runners with me in wool pots. So if you want some, you can come and get them there. I'll have them slightly tidier looking than these ones. These ones are just for me. Right, one more. They also make like a really cute gift for someone, if you're looking for something different. Either just as a little bundle, you know, like for someone who likes gardening, or if you've got someone who's not so into gardening but likes plants, it's a really cute way to gift a plant that you've propagated or dug up. There we go. Right, what else is on the jobs today? Oh, we need to mulch eucalyptus. So I got a few eucalyptus trees off Facebook, and I stuck them in a couple of months ago, but I've never got around to mulching them. Everything at Forage and Faff is very relatable. This is not 101 on how to garden. This is how I just potter about, and it's a handy, no fuss, probably a bit of faffery, but no fuss as in don't give yourself extra hassle way to garden. So we have sheep on the farm, as I've mentioned. So the theme for today's video is very much wool. And every year the sheep are shorn, and instead of going out and buying wood chip or mulch, I've started using the sheep's wool as mulch. Keeps the water in, it keeps the weeds down really, really well. I've done all up the beds. It lasts. You could, in the polytunnel, because it's not raining on it all the time, you could get a couple of seasons out of it, and then it breaks down and acts as a composty fertiliser full of goodness. And Dad every year has a lovely big bag of what we call the pooks. So it's wool, it's full of dung, it's all the bits we've picked up off the sheep house floor after shearing time. It's kind of stinking, but it's a great guy for growing. So we're going to shove it round some of the trees that have yet to get some, and then through the year I'll also fire it through all the plants and the raised beds and kind of everywhere that needs a good mulch. So we'll get that done, and then maybe think of something else. Probably when we're doing that we'll see something else that needs done. The great thing about winter is you don't have to water half as much in here, which is always a plus, but we'll give these eucalyptus trees a bit of a run because they haven't had anything for a wee while. Right. Whew. So you can see it's full of dung and lots of lovely stuff. Baler twine, everything. Right. There we go. One down, a few to go. The kind of good thing about doing this this time of year is it gets, what am I trying to say? Oh yeah. The kind of good thing about doing it this time of year is you're sort of getting ahead of the weeds. So it's one of those jobs that if you do it now, future you'll be really thankful. Instead of having to start once the weeds appear. And because we're quite high up in Shilnavogie, there's like probably a good chance like right through into April it could be frosty or snow. So yeah, I probably should have had this done a while ago, but at least I've got it done now. Throw the hose into this one. And then cool. It's taken everything I have not to just go through this whole place with the shearers and like chop it all back and make it look neat and tidy, but it is not the time of year to do it, and I'm going to go away and have a cup of tea and peacify myself and come back next month and do that kind of jobs. But yeah, so we've done all our mulch, got some strawberries ahead. I think that'll do me. I might sow a few seeds, but I'll show you that in the next video. So thanks for watching. If you've watched this far, hurrah! Like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.